guys, welcome to another update video. This is Mike, a long time no talk. At least a face-to-face conversation about what is going on in my life and with the YouTube channel, but that's always kind of been the story on here for at least a good little while. I guess we'll start with how amazing the new update is, 1.11.2. I mean, these rocket things, it's almost kind of cheap, but I'm so glad they gave another purpose to fireworks. I always forget they're in the game and you can make really cool stuff with them. And this is just awesome to zoom around like this. I mean, I did this for like 20 minutes while just chatting with Zerthik and Skatem about Avius, and I just went like 10,000, like 20,000 blocks so easily. This will be amazing about flying around on servers. And I see that my frame rates are dropping. That's because I'm doing like 5 things and I'm editing some videos. So we're just gonna deal with that. The purpose of this update is to let you guys know what has been going on in the life and just to update you guys on a few things on the channel. Oh God, pretty cool little spawn here. It's a little crazy. So first things first. You guys know I've been in college to be a meteorologist, and I can successfully say that I have graduated. I got out a semester early, and I've just home. We went on a big family vacation and just getting my life together from moving back from state college back to my home in Virginia, and it's been a little crazy. But I've finally had some downtime. You know, the friends and family's kind of gone back to school and back to work, so I've had some time for myself to get my life together. I mean, I didn't realize how much crap I've had on my computer that I've just been cleaning up in my room, my desk, old clothes. Like, I've been going through a lot of stuff because I know another move's coming up in the near future, so I'm just trying to get rid and go through as much stuff in my life as possible, and it's taken a lot longer than I thought. So that happened, and as you guys know, college at times was very busy for me, especially because I was also working full-time, running some clubs, and was trying to get out early, so I had a couple extra classes often, but I still got time occasionally to do some things. But especially the latter years, not so much in the first and in the later years, especially the last year or so. So that happened, and I'm now home. So I just want to let you guys know about some big stuff in my life. So in the near future, I don't know how long I'll be home. I've got some job interviews. I applied to graduate school, so I'm either not doing anything for 6 months, and I'm probably going to try and do a big hike, big backpacking trip, but I might also get a job. I might be moving again in like a month. So I'm not sure what the life holds, and I kind of wanted to wait to do this update until I heard back at least from a couple job interviews in the next week or so, but I just wanted to do this now because I have some videos coming out on the channel. So that happened. And I will update you guys as soon as I know what's going on, because very well could things change again and I'm going to be, gone for a couple weeks if I have to do a move in the near future. But I don't anticipate that happening. I think I'm going to be around for a couple of months. Basically, just doing some stuff for my parents at home and getting ready to do a backpacking trip before school starts for me again in the fall. Alright, that's the first thing on the list. The second thing on the list is channel content. As you can see, Stardew Valley has been coming out some more. That Let's Play is about wrapped up until there is an update in the game, and especially if there's multiplayer. If there's an update, of course, I'll cover the updated content as I've done, and then if there is multiplayer, Skater and I will likely start a new map together on one of the new farm layouts and play that as a continuing Let's Play, because that's a really great game. And there's still so many things, like picking just different characters to befriend leads to a little bit of a different experience, and you can do things a little bit differently in the game, especially with how you make your money. So it would be nice to change that. I've recorded about 10 episodes at home. I kind of binge played it for 2 or 3 nights in a row, and then I got really burnt out because I had to hunt for artifacts. So I wouldn't be surprised if I revisit it even if there's not an update, because I'm so close to completing a few things and I really wanted to finish it. I think we need a couple more cooking recipes and one more artifact, so it's very possible that I will work on those, but it should be a pretty short episode if that happens, just covering those last few things. We'll get a couple achievements, and then I'm definitely going to be waiting for the update, because I'm likely going to leave a few achievements not completed just because they're a little insane, and I'm not too big into just working on it. Like, some people will sit there and work on their farm forever, and I'm not the biggest into that. You know, I like to have things to do. I won't just sit there and do it because I can, you know, make a lot of money. So that's you're going to see a lot of episodes of those in the next week or 2 weeks, and then after that it should drop off unless there's update stuff that comes out, and you'll maybe see a stray episode or two later down the road, but that's done. Skatem and I, because he had a little bit of time when he was home, we quickly recorded another adventure map. It was not as good as the Captive Minecraft, and we didn't want to play another one. We picked another kind of survival styled map like that, and it ended up being quite awesome. Especially at the start. It got a little repetitive at the end, but we played that, and I think we're almost finished with it, and we'll probably have to play one more time tonight. And you can look for, well, I'm not going to make it. You can look for those episodes to come out soon. That'll be something in the meantime, kind of before I figure out from a few jobs I'm waiting to hear back for, and then depending on what goes with that, we'll decide on what the next series will be, which will, you know, maybe some sort of Skyblock modded thing again. It won't be something as big as Spazcraft because not everybody has time, and what time we do have, we've all decided we'd rather put towards Avius, which I'll get to in a minute. So Spazcraft's likely dead, especially because it's, you know, 2 or 3 versions old already. I can't believe it's, you know, Minecraft updated so quick, and I just stopped paying for that because I was like the only one playing it, and I wasn't going to pay, you know, to only play with it with myself for a little bit. So that happened. That's likely dropped, so it leaves the door open. Depending on if I'm home, I may consider bringing back one of the more popular series, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Of course, things aren't really up to date, but there's always stuff looking at, and you know, occasionally I don't mind going back, especially if I'm home and can kind of focus more of like at least a part-time dedication to YouTubing like I used to do. I'll be able to do that, and I would love to. So stay tuned for that. I'll give another update video when I hear if I'm home or not, and then kind of the plans for what I think I want to do on the server. And for my series on the channel, but at least in the short term, you've got some Stardew Valley episodes and another adventure map, and then Skatem and I, or myself, will likely be doing another little Let's Play deal of some sort of Minecraft. I might play some survival Minecraft on myself occasionally, and then I'll just maybe do update videos of things that I build if there's no series pending in the next couple weeks. So it'll be another week or two until you probably see some more profound series once I figured out how my life's going to go, and I'll update you guys on that. Okay, that's the second thing. We talked channel stuff. Also, remember, I do have my second channel. I've had time to update edit some videos. I think I have like 2 or 3 Storm Chase videos left from my Storm Chase trip a long time ago that I need to still update and go through that are actually of storms and weather. And then I have, I think, another 2 or 3 hikes to edit up, one of them being from my trip to the British Virgin Islands. So if you would like to see some more vlogging content and weather stuff from my second channel, and I've also got some other things I've uploaded there, go check it out. Link will be in the description. It's the channel is just called Michael Spags. You can go check that out. I'd love to have you over there because I've really enjoyed editing and making those videos, and if I do the hike, that will definitely be the place to see more information about that. Okay, now for the last and big thing here is Avius. So if you remember a long time ago, Avius got out of date because of the bucket scandal, and then we kind of just stopped working on it because bucket was going out of date, and we didn't really want to deal with that. So, and Avius just didn't quite get to how we wanted it to be, and that was mainly because we just didn't have all the exact plugins that we wanted. But so myself and Skatem from school have become very good programmers in Python, and myself also in MATLAB. But I haven't taken Java since high school, and I knew a little bit, but not that much. But again, I'm really pretty good coder, if I do say so myself, and at least Java with, you know, stuff from meteorology. But in the video game stuff, not so much. But it's there, at least it's something for me to potentially learn again, because I did know at least a little bit from high school. And Zerthik has been spending a lot of time. I recommend going and checking out the forums to see what's been going on. But he has made a whole bunch of plugins. So we wanted to use Sponge, which will allow more capabilities. It's smoother and it's not, you know, on the verge of being illegal and having issues. So Sponge is really awesome. It's coming along great. It's now up to date. They have releases, Sponge Vanilla for 1.0, 1.10 for good, and they're doing experimentals of 1.11.2, but it's keeping up to date faster than Bucket was, and it's been pretty good so far. So what we're going to be doing is moving Avius to Sponge, and a tentative launch for sometime in the spring. Depends how ambitious we are. If Scabe and I can do some coding, which I think Skatum's already got a plugin out, there is 3 plugins left that still need to be ported over to Sponge from Bucket that Zerthik himself wrote, that we know we're going to need, which is Enderbank, No Mob Farm, and No XP. Enderbank should be pretty easy. I'm taking on trying to write that myself. And Skatum did one plugin already that was short, and then we have those 2 other ones. And then Zerthik has got 6 or 7 plugins, a couple of which are brand new that we didn't have before that are going to make our lives a lot easier on this new one, on new Avius, and it should make it pretty good. And you can go check out those plugins, but he's also ported over a couple of them. He has one left that he's got to update for Sponge because he wrote them way before a lot of the API stuff was even out. So you can look for, oh gosh, you can look for those. So I think by the end of January here, he's going to have everything updated on Sponge, and we'll have everything ported over. Now the big question lies with there's plugins. Some plugins from Bucket, those people have already made the plugins for Sponge that we need. For instance, Essentials and Craft Book and stuff. But some plugins like MCMMO and then the Saddle Protection plugin, which was a small one, but it was kind of an important thing, we need to write ourselves. So Zerthik or myself are going to need to get those programs from Bucket, and if it's open source stuff, try and easily convert it into Sponge, or have to write them completely from scratch, which we might do for some because we just want to have them, be more configured our direction. And it's really nice to make your own plugin and be like, I want it to do this, and then you write the plugin for that, instead of being like, I want it to do this, this plugin does this, but we can kind of configure it to sort of do what we want, which is kind of what we've done before. But it's kind of nice to do the other way around this time. So look for that. I also think because I'm pretty good in Linux, we're actually, instead of having to get a host and deal with that painful situation of getting things set up and finding a host and doing the tickets and stuff when you have issues, we're going to buy either VPS or dedicated box. That's just a blank server box, and then I'm going to be installing Multicraft and our plugins and Sponge on it, and then controlling and running everything. So unless there's a technical problem with our server, like a mechanical problem, everything will be dealt with by us and should make it better, because I'll have no problem doing that with Zerthik. He's also, of course, pretty good with the Linux stuff. So that is going to happen. That's how we're going to run things. Stick to the forums. We also have a Discord, an Avius Discord. Check the forums for the link to that, and you can come on and chat and see updates on things, because it's coming along pretty good. And I can imagine, like I said, I think March timeframe is a pretty good idea, depending on how much we code. Things could be ready for beta stuff even earlier than that. So we'll have to wait and see. I think there'll probably be a 1.12 by the time we launch, which may put a little bit of a curveball in some things. But MCMMO is the big plugin that we still have to write. Everything else is small, and we can kind of launch the server without them, and then write them ourselves. But we can't without MCMMO, and Chase is having to rewrite that, Zerthik, and it looks pretty good so far. I've been working on the idea part of it, and then he's kind of been doing the coding. So he started on that. It's going to take a while. Avius is likely still alive. I'm not really going to run it. Zerthik is going to be the person who runs it, and I'm just going to be trying to get players to get on, because mods, we're going to make it where everything is mostly automated. He's wrote plugins to make it automated, so mods will do very little. Players won't have to sit around and wait for mods anymore, which made being a mod painful and made being a player painful. So that's going to change. So sorry this was long. I know this was a little bit of almost like a podcast audio type update, and I'm going to be done flying around now. So I think we're getting close to about 10. We're probably over 10 minutes for this update, which is longer than needed to be. But you guys needed to hear all the stuff that was going on. So stay tuned for Avius. It's still around. It's still alive. There is a hardcore community of you followers that have been hanging around, even though it looked like it was pretty bleak for a while. But they all got very excited when they realized for the last 3 or 4 months, Zerthik has been coding plugins and Sponge has, come around. Because the reason why this stuff ended up dying was because Sponge ended up becoming being built much slower than we had anticipated. But it's caught up. They got a much bigger team now because it's becoming a bigger deal, and I think we're about ready to go. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out on the channel. We're over 38,000 subscribers now. I'm going to hit 40,000 fairly soon, and it's kind of incredible that even though I haven't been doing too much content over the last, I probably haven't done, well, okay, I'd say the last 4 or 5 months the content has been pretty bleak, because it definitely did pick up in this summer through last winter with Spazcraft, and then it was about a year where there wasn't much going on before Avius was around, so kind of hard to believe that you guys have still hung through it. But new content's coming, and the big stuff that you guys are waiting for will depend on if I get a job or if I'm going to school next fall. So hang in there, and you guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Second channel link in the description. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to check out another Let's Play I did, check out my Super Mario World Let's Play for the Super Nintendo by clicking here in the top left. If you'd like to check out my Minecraft server Avius, click here in the top right. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you'd like what you've seen so far and you have yet to subscribe, click the big banner below.